Today on Fresno State Focus, find out how marketing students are breaking Guinness World Record.
Plus, Diversity Awareness Week being celebrated on campus, bringing together different cultures. Hello and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Susie Gonzalez.
And I'm Yoselin Gallardo. Fresno State's emblem reads Discovery, Diversity, and Distinction. About a dozen events around campus this week are being held to celebrate the diversity on campus. Reporter Abigail Martin has more on the importance of this celebration.
Fresno State kicked off its annual Diversity Awareness Week on Monday with performances from the American Sign Language Club and other groups. Director for the Center of Women and Culture, Francine Opuda, explains what the week-long event is about.
Diversity Awareness Week is a series of events that happen every year here on our campus.
These events range from coffee hour discussions to presentations to film screenings.
And it's a very important event. It's important to celebrate diversity year-round.
Student Zoya Zindel attended a film screening on the LGBT community and agrees with Opuda.
Yes, I do think there would be a need for increased diversity awareness and different activities that will make people engage in conversations, important discussions that may be outside their comfort zone.
Co-student coordinator of the event, Giovanna Lopez, takes the project to heart. She is a migrant, undocumented student who has dealt with prejudice.
You never know who to actually share with, who you really are, just because you don't know what will happen.
Opuda says that she's the reason why her office is there.
And so it's important that students know that there's a place that they can go and someone that they can talk to.
Diversity Awareness Week will conclude on Friday with a conference on Islamophobia, meaning the fear of Islam. You can visit the Center for Women and Culture at the Thomas Building to pick up a schedule of the week's events. Abigail Martin, Fresno State Focus.
Today marks the 10th year of VDay here at Fresno State. VDay is an empowerment community for women to speak out and demand an end to violence. This year they present Vagina Monologues. It is a motivational event to raise awareness against topics such as sexual assault and domestic violence. Statistics show that 1 out of every 6 women will be a victim of sexual assault. Because of statistics like these, women like Jacqueline Tate want to raise awareness and speak about their experiences.
I came to college, I was like, okay, I really want to be a part of this. I want to get my voice heard. I want people to understand that, this is an everyday thing, and this happens all the time. And so when I heard about this and I got past it, I was like, this is my chance. I'm trying to raise awareness. I'm getting my friends and family to come out, and just everyone in general.
Come out tonight and support these women as they speak about their experiences. That event will take place at Fresno State in the North Gym, room 118 at 7 p.m.
Fresno State's marketing students organized a Soul Train, a shoe donation drive, in an attempt to set a Guinness World Record. Our reporter Lisa Marcus is here to tell us how students work to break the record by giving back to the community. Lisa?
Thank you, Jocelyn. The main goal was to collect 12,500 pairs of shoes to donate to a nonprofit organizations on Saturday during the 40th anniversary of Vintage Days. Students broke the record by collecting 16,000 pairs of shoes.
Red Dorothy's shoe to some brown cowboy boots form part of a shoe drive titled Soul Train 2014 that will bring a smile to those that can't afford a pair of shoes. Marketing student of Noah Gabre forms part of this world record project and showed his willingness in contributing for this good cause.
So, like I said, it started off as a school project, but what really made us successful in being able to hit our goal was our passion to give back to the community.
And Excara, student member of the Soul Train team, wants to set a positive impact on the community, and he personally feels that a pair of shoes could make the difference.
We really felt like we wanted to do something that was very essentials based. So we wanted to kind of shy away from food because food can be difficult and problematic, especially with safety and health concerns. So we thought that shoes is something that everyone really needs in the valley, especially because we are a high poverty level.
Bianca Mancia, the development coordinator for Vintage Days, decided to create a partnership with Soul Train 2014 by bringing a different attraction to the event. She said that donations of shoes have been received since February from different parts of the country. But the actual world record was set on the 40th anniversary of Vintage Days.
We've had a lot of people not only donate from our community, but from Atlanta, from Oregon, from Washington. We've had like the word spread a lot through social media, and that's been really awesome. And a lot of businesses here in Fresno, and all the shoes go right back to Fresno County. We have 9 CBOs that will be receiving our donation.
The 16 shoes that were donated were placed in the shape of a world map on the lawns east of the Science 2 building. It took a lot of hard work and dedication to form the map, but in between laughters and driven attitudes, the students finished completing their final goal.
Like you see, everyone here is having fun. We are all in good spirits, and we're about to break this world record and donate over 8,000 shoes to people in need. So it's a great feeling. I'm having fun here, so everyone's having fun. It's great.
The successful world record attempt is not official yet since they have to ratify the formal claims, which can take several weeks. But at the end of the day, the main goal of 12 marketing students was accomplished, since 16,000 pairs of shoes will warm the feet of those in need.
Bulldog-born and Bulldog-bred Brian Felix tells us how Fresno State alumni give back to the university.
Fresno State University is one of 23 state universities in California. When it comes to giving back to the students, it's number one. Each year, the Fresno State Alumni Association awards students with more than $125,000 a year in scholarships. Most of the scholarships given out to Fresno State students have been established by Fresno State alumni, just like Peter Robertson, who works right here at the Smith Camp Alumni House. Robertson established the Bulldog Pride Fund in 2006 with the first scholarship awarded for $1,000.
And I didn't know what to name it after, so we came up with the idea of naming it after our mascot, the Bulldogs.
The scholarship is given out to 2 scholars, the student who plays as the mascot Timeout, and now to the ASI president-elect.
Yes, actually I found out during one of our tailgates that we had, Peter was in attendance, and we usually do one for every home football game, and he had mentioned it, and I had also mentioned that I was considering re-election, and he jokingly said, oh, you get to be the person who first heard about it and be the first person who first received it. So it was definitely an opportunity and a great privilege to be able to be the first recipient of this award.
Thanks to scholarships like this, students like Menchaca can get the assistance they need for school supplies.
I just recently was able to pay off my student loan, so it's nice to be able to get out of that crunch, but start looking at different ways to use my money to help me out here on campus and make life a little easier as ASI president.
President Menchaca will begin his second term as president in the fall of 2014. He is also the inaugural president to receive this portion of the Bulldog Pride Fund. Brian Felix, Fresno State Focus.
Sunday mornings have a new sound on KFSR 90.7. First Lady Focus is the newest show hosted by First Lady Mary Castro. Mrs. Castro is here to talk about her newest venture. The program showcases the personal stories of people who love Fresno State. Thank you, Mrs. Castro, for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
So just to start us off, what is your show about?
The show is a way to highlight the people that love Fresno State. When President Castro and I arrived and we were going to receptions, the community would come up to us and share their personal stories about their connection to the campus, either when they attended here or as faculty members. And I felt like it would be a wonderful way to share those personal stories with the community.
Okay, your background is not in radio, so
No.
what made you decide to take on this big adventure?
Well, I didn't decide to do it. I received a call and I thought that they were asking me for an interview, so we routed that through the media department as all requests go. And they called back and said, well, we think you misunderstood us. We'd like you to do a show. And I kind of laughed like you did and said, do you know who you're talking to here? But when they told me that the format could be completely open to whatever we decided to do and that they'd be flexible in arranging times, I thought back to wanting to share the stories that people had and found it to be a great way to do that.
So if you could book anyone,
Yes.
who's on your list right now?
Well, I have been able to book anyone, and I have been I get goofy when I'm interviewing my guests because I am so excited to spend time with them, to get to share their stories. Marvin Myers is a great alum here and a farmer in the area who has done great things with water. And he's a huge supporter of our athletic department. Professor Honora Chapman has been a guest, Moses Menchaca, the ASI president. So the range of people is vast, And I'm fortunate that there are so many people who love Fresno State that I'll be able to do it for quite a while if they let me.
So the Castro family also has a really big thing going on May 10th.
Yes,
Very
the whole
historical.
campus.
Yes. So could you tell us a little bit?
It is going to be the investiture for President Castro as the 8th president for Fresno State. And an investiture usually takes place during the first year that a president starts. And we're coming up on that date, August 1st. So we're very excited. We're doing it a little different than it's been done in the past, in that we're having it on a Saturday and we're opening it up to the public. We printed up 100,000 bookmarks that were given out to students in Fresno, Madera, Kings, and Tulare County. And we're going to be at the Save Mart Center at 2 o'clock on that day with a community picnic following.
All right, so you guys heard it, May 10th at the Save Mart Center, correct?
Yes.
And thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. The best of luck, First Lady Castro.
Thank you.
First Lady Focus airs on KFSR 90.7. Thank you again for being here. Thank you.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, an event that was coordinated at Fresno State helps students get a taste of the professional work world. Plus, find out how Vintage Days attendees got a taste of Italy. All that when we come back.
I am, and always will be.
I was laughing at
So you decided to go to Fresno State. Good for you. But you were too insecure to show Fresno State pride? That's a problem. Because you never bothered to show pride in your school, you are shunned by other students. Professors can smell the stench of impending failure on you and take no pity. Even the mass communication students agree you have no future. But all of this could have been avoided if you simply showed your pride for Fresno State.
I am Fresno State.
Fresno State pride. Show it or face the consequences.
The annual Take a Student to Eat event helps students and professionals build bonds that will open many doors for the future. Alexis Godot has more.
Taste allows students and professionals to make a connection about enjoying lunch.
We had 37 mentors last year, so we were able to get a little bit over 50, and I believe a little bit over 50 students, so that was really great. And we just worked with communicating with them, and we put matches together, student and professional, in the related field, and then they got to go on their awesome day.
Take a Student to Eat gives aspiring students opportunities to see what goes on in the field they are interested in.
I love the Taste event. This is my second time doing it, and I volunteered again because I think it's really important for professionals to connect with young people in their field. I think both sides benefit. Obviously, for the young person, they get to meet professionals, learn more about the field they're interested in. But for the professionals, they benefit as well. They learn about all sorts of things, new technology.
I had an amazing time at Taste. My agency was Catalyst, the advertising agency, and my mentor was Paul Rippins, and he's the client services director. He's an amazing guy, and he taught me so much. I made a connection, and I'm gonna get to intern with him and go on some creative director things with him.
Take a Student to Eat brings students and professionals together to learn and grow from each other. Before going to lunch, students are able to shadow their mentors to get a sneak peek of their aspiring careers. Alexis Godot, Fresno State Focus.
A new booth has helped many thirsty Vintage Day attendees get a taste of Italy. Mikey Sanchez with more.
How are people enjoying it? Is there a lot of people, a lot of attention?
There have been. Friday was a little slow just because of the storm, but it's picked up a lot since Saturday and today. We've got quite a few people coming through.
Anyone from a veteran connoisseur to a beginner can appreciate the delicacies of each blend. First-time attendee Maggie Cromer said her friend suggested that she check out the wine tasting booth.
I'm just here to learn more about the wine and all the different tastes, but I'm really enjoying myself.
Interested in trying a variety of different wines? Come to the Fresno State Winery booth, which is located next to the Bud Light stand during Vintage Days.
If you missed the wine tasting booth during Vintage Days, New Gibson Farmers Market has these wines and many more. Mikey Sanchez, Fresno State Focus.
After receiving a bachelor's degree in telecommunications from CSU Long Beach, Fresno native Armando Valdez has returned to his roots to Fresno to establish a community center for the arts and technology. Since he founded this center in 1998, more than 8,000 kids have been part of this program. With me today is Armando Valdez, founder of the successful Art and Technology Center in Fresno. Thanks for being here, Armando.
Thank you.
So tell me about your Art and Technology Center, because it's known as CCAT, right?
Right, the Community Center for the Arts and Technology. We provide free classes, especially to underprivileged kids from Fresno County, Kearney County, and Tulare County. And we give them classes in performing arts, such as ukulele, guitar lessons, drumline lessons, singing, hip-hop dancing. And then we also have the technology part of it, where we teach the kids how to do production in television. We have our own online radio and television show where the kids actually show all the classes or all the learning skills that we've been teaching them. And it's been going on, like I said, it's since 1998. CCAT is a very humble little place, but at times you can find up to 300 kids taking classes at one time.
Wow. So, I mean, is there a cost for this? Are you guys funded? Tell me more about
No, we actually have never charged a kid anything, and we do not get any funding whatsoever. We pretty much depend on contributions by the community or individuals that come in and offer their monetary value for what we're doing. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you guys are a nonprofit, correct?
We are literally a nonprofit, yes.
Okay.
And we also have we just recently opened another center in Bakersfield, and that center alone has about 400 kids in our center.
Okay, so what days do you offer these classes? You know, how can they
This is from Monday all the way to Saturday at times, because our advanced media kids come in on Saturdays. And these are kids between the ages of 4 and 15 that learn how to do technology, learn how to do singing, dancing, and whatever they want to go onto, that's what we teach.
Okay, and just how can they enroll into these programs?
They can go and look us up at our website, www.ccatfresno.org, or they can come and visit us. We're right across the Fresno B, 1603 East Street.
Okay, and just very quickly, like the diversity of kids is just only Spanish speakers, or?
No, it's a multicultural center. So yeah, we got kids from African American kids, Hmong kids, Latinos. Yeah, we got quite a few of different.
Perfect. Well, we've been talking with Armando Valdez about Community Center of the Arts and Technology. Thank you for stopping by and being here with us.
Thank you.
Coming up in sports, the Clovis Rodeo broke records this year with the number of attendees. Find out what soccer teams are being favored the most for this year's World Cup in Brazil. Stay tuned for sports with Mikey Sanchez in just minutes.
I am from Fresno State, and I'm going to show you why. Here's the beautiful and newly constructed Henry Madden Library, which has a massive collection. The Save Mart Center, which is our sports venue and one of the best attended in the entire country. We're absolute pioneers in the agricultural sciences, having led to the production of the first university winery and drawing in a diversity of students to achieve academic success over the past 100 years. And you know, I wish I had time to tell you about everything else, but in reality, I think you're just going to have to come see for yourself.
Welcome back to Fresno State Focus. Mikey Sanchez has all the updates on the Clovis Rodeo and the Brazil Soccer World Cup, having only 42 days left for its kickoff. Mikey?
Hi, I'm Mikey Sanchez, and these are your sports for today. The Centennial Clovis Rodeo ended this Sunday, but something remains at the grounds that will last more than a lifetime. Reporter Jody Parkinson has the story.
With something like this, we'll all be dead and gone, and this will still be here, and so that's just amazing.
The mother of late world champion bull rider Lane Frost gave those words at the Clovis Rodeo grounds last Wednesday. A 14 feet tall, 2,000-pound bronze statue named Challenge of the Champions was installed to commemorate the rodeo's 100th anniversary. Fresno State alumnus and bronze sculptor Jim Stuckenberg says it took 2.5 years to make the memorial of Frost and the unridden bull Red Rock.
The clay, and then after we get it done, you have to cut it up. 2 feet by 2 feet squares. And then they will, after they cast it, they wear it back together. Every piece.
Rodeo clown J.J. Harrison says that this statue represents an honor for the United States, rodeo, and the American cowboy. Harrison remembers the Challenge of Champions as a man-beat-the-beast moment in a massive deal in rodeo.
I remember it as a little kid, and so to lose Lane as tragically as we did, it immortalized him in rodeo. And I think from the movie 8 Seconds to everybody knows the name Lane Frost. And I know we wouldn't wish that kind of thing on anybody, but if we're going to lose one, as good a guy as Lane Frost was, I'm really glad that we've made him a legend.
President of the Clovis Rodeo Association, Chuck Rigsby, told us his favorite part of having the statue at this year's rodeo.
Being able to know the history behind it, it really commemorates our 100th, and there, it has a special meaning. Both of those, the bull and the cowboy, were here at the Clovis Rodeo. It's a special thing that's going to be here for another 100 years.
Owner of the rodeo's Bucking Horses, Tim Bridwell, says he remembers what it was like in 1989 when Frost died.
I can remember how, it was just tragedy amongst the whole rodeo business because, here was a kid, he died when he was 25, that had come onto the scene and in 4 or 5 years had really stolen the hearts of all the fans as well as the contractors and the personnel and everybody involved, and was an exceptional bull rider. He's a world champion.
The bronze casted statue does not only honor the rodeo champion, Lane Frost, it also depicts American history in the West, Clovis community, and the spirit of the rodeo.
Elsie and Clyde Frost say that the Clovis Rodeo grounds are the perfect place to install the statue because Lane rode Red Rock here. They say that next to winning the World Championship, riding Red Rock was the greatest thing to Lane.
Because it did promote rodeo and Red Rock, promoting the bull. He just thought so much of Red Rock. He just had so much respect for him because he was just a great bull and he had such a brain. It was like he knew what was going on, And so it's just a great honor for us to be here.
50 smaller versions of the statue and plaques placed at the statue's base are available for purchase. Jody Parkinson, Fresno State Focus.
The Fresno State football team is preparing this summer to be ready for next season. With me now is starting receiver Justin Johnson for the Fresno State Bulldogs. How are you doing, Justin?
I'm good, and yourself?
Pretty good. So last season was really great for Fresno State sports, especially football. What are you guys doing to prepare this offseason to make next season even better?
We've just been working out every day. Some days we have 2-a-days. And we lift in the morning and condition in the afternoon. And our strength coach is making sure that he has us ready for this upcoming season so that we can do just as good or even better than we did last season.
So next season you had a lot of stars that are going to be leaving to the draft. Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, etc. How are you going to replace these starters?
It's going to be hard to replace those guys because they are NFL top-tier guys. But as a collective group, as a team, we have all the tools there. And it's not going to just be one person or just 2 people making plays. This year is going to be a lot more people, and I feel like with that we can have the same amount of success or even more.
Speaking of making plays, what goals do you have for next season?
Personally, I just have my goal every week would be going 1-0. I don't really care for stats much. I like to be a winner, and as long as we win every week and get the job done, personal stats really don't make a difference. We all have a collective goal, and that's to win another championship this year and make it to another bowl game and win that.
So how's Coach Tim DeRuiter helped train you guys? How's his leadership style been this summer?
Oh, he's a great leader. I love him. He's an awesome coach. I wouldn't want to play under any other coach, and I feel like the team likes him. We all have the same goal, and he helps us with that. And we value our team on 2 core values of truth and love, and he implements that a lot within our program.
So you have a lot of new recruits that are making waves. Have there been any newcomers that have stood out to you?
All the newcomers won't come in until the summertime, but that's when we'll be able to evaluate them and see how they'll be able to help with the team and help impact the game and the season this year. But I feel like with all 24 recruits coming in this summer, that they should be able to do great, and hopefully they catch on to the system fairly fast.
All right. So next season, what do you plan on going for record-wise?
14-0.
14-0.
I want to go undefeated.
Awesome answer. That was receiver Justin Johnson. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Only 6 weeks left before the FIFA World Cup. Reporter Jasmine Lopez is out at the Fresno State campus with more details.
Mike, that's right. There's only 43 days left for the first game of 2014 World Cup. And this year it will take place none other than the beautiful Brazil. It's a celebration because these 32 teams will fight and give their all in 853 matches this year. But only one will be titled the champion. I'm here at Fresno State. Let's see what the predictions are.
Okay, I think that Brazil's going to win the World Cup this year because it's, they're playing in their home turf, and pretty much you can't upset the home turf, and I feel like it'll upset everybody if they do, so that's for sure. That's right. I say the same for her.
Australia is definitely going to win, mate.
I can see Spain just because it's a team that have been playing together for a very long time.
Brazil, they have a long tradition of, they're known for winning.
Okay, Brazil's going to win it because they're not the best, but they're amongst the best.
I think Brazil's going to win the World Cup because of home field advantage.
I believe Brazil, because one, it's at Brazil.
Brazil's going to dominate.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait for the first game of 2014 World Cup this year. So many teams, so many good players that I cannot wait. I'm so excited. My heart tells me Mexico, but I don't know, Mikey. Anything could happen in this World Cup. Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win? Here at Fresno State, most of them said Brazil. I don't know. But hey, who knows? Reporting from Fresno State, I'm Jasmine Lopez, Fresno State Focus. Back, guys.
Friends and family of some students in the class bowling class at Fresno State were able to get a sneak peek at how the pieces are made. Students work on pieces to sell and help raise money for the course, while Professor Joe Morale shows the audience how it's done by taking requests and answering questions.
Yeah, a lot of parents come by to see their children making stuff out of glass. Some people are just curious about how it's done. What do you do? And ask questions. A lot of people have really good questions, and we try and answer them best we can.
It's the same event every year during Vintage Days, and he says he hopes people enjoy watching the process of not so common art form. Well, that's a very interesting activity to have during Vintage Days.
I would say so. It sounds like fun, but I think it would be a little dangerous, don't you think?
Yeah, have you guys gone?
No, I've never gone glass blowing before. Has anybody else done it?
No, I have not, but it seems very interesting. But Vintage Days was very fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, I went. It was like a lot of people, even when it rained as well. So,
yes.
There's still a lot of people.
There's always great food. Great food and great activities.
And then the shoe giveaway as well. What do you guys think about that? Would you have done that or doing something?
I definitely think it was an awesome idea. It was a great thing to give all the shoes back and donate.
Yeah, it's perfect. Next week on Fresno State Focus, graduation is only 2 weeks away, and first-generation students get to walk the finish line.
Plus, find out about a local salsa dance club that brings many people together in a healthy environment.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
So, guys, how you